Hey Gina, I know I'm early. I have to fold my clothes, and I'm procrastinating with schoolwork because I really don't feel it right now. But this one's going to get down to the nitty gritty, I guess. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me turn this up. All right. I'm not going to be on too long because I have some things to do, but I wanted to really come on here and do a reading real quick. I just made a post about a previous reading that I did 4 months ago about choosing sides, and we're kind of starting to see some stuff play out. I actually have to go back and watch it myself because I usually don't watch my videos, but for some reason that popped up in my head. Um, because I do feel like we're all having to choose a side right now. And depending on where you are at your spiritual journey, or if you're even on a spiritual journey, kind of can determine what's going to happen. I feel, of course, I don't want to get into it too much because I try not to look at media stuff for the simple fact that I don't want to get myself into a headspace of like doomsday and sadness. Completely sad though about the kids and the teachers that were killed. Um, it's just heart wrenching to even look at that. So I just wanted to do this reading. I am going to use the 411 cards, or what's the 411, because I kind of feel like we need to get the nitty gritty and keep it real. Sometimes we may be afraid to hear things because we may already know it, but we're afraid to actually express it and embrace it, if that makes sense. But many of you, of course, if you're watching this, you are a spiritual person, empath, whatever gifts you have, you are here for that reason. What I'm finding what I'm finding a lot of is a lot of people who are in denial right now. And the type of people who are in denial, I'm not going to say names, of course, but it's kind of surprising. You may see that it's a surprising situation of all the people that are in denial about what's going on in the world. Um, if you are feeling this dread and everything like that, it may not even be you. It's just the surrounding energy. Today at work, my computer just shut off. My computer out of everybody else's computer was fine. I was going door to door asking like, "Hey, is your computer shut down? Is your computer shut down?" And no one's computer was shut off. It was just mine's. And I just chuckled because I believe we're in Mercury retrograde right now, and I believe technology is out of whack and stuff like that. But it's just been a chaotic situation, um, to say the least. So we're gonna see what this is all about. Um, I'm trying to gather my thoughts because it's a serious situation, and I want to say that you may be experiencing other people who are thinking that you're crazy or that something's wrong with you. And the thing with me, if I'm just going to use a personal story, I always say what's going to happen with certain situations. People are like, "Oh, you don't know. Stop thinking you know what people think," and blah, blah, blah. And then when it happens, all of a sudden those people change their tone and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you said it." And so people still try to deny the fact that I know things. Like, I'm just not out there just telling everybody and their mama. Like, I stopped doing that because I know that certain people are not open to hearing that. And at the end of the day, I can't help that I'm able to determine things, and pretty much anyone can determine anything. And I know I'm ranting. It's 222 right now. It's showing. I know that it sounds like I'm ranting, but I'm really getting the sense like I'm actually getting fed up with people. I'm annoyed by people who are not on the same path as me, and it's like I'm in a point where I'm trying to figure out like, am I tripping? What can I do about this situation? Because it's really disheartening, the people that it is. There's a lot of lost people. Absolutely. So I just wanted to be let that be known. Hey everybody coming in. Hey Divine Sunflower. Um Hey Gina. Hey Carlos. Oh, is this a crack in my phone? I mean, not my phone. Oh, never mind. That's just the. Oh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see and make sure this is just the. I guess I could do that later. I was trying to make sure that this is just the what's that thing called? The screen protector is cracked. Hey, Lady Gray. Yeah, it's the screen protector. I hope it's the screen protector. I think I have another one. Sorry, y'all. That just like really, I just even noticed that now. Hold on. Y'all know I can't stop until I figure out what's going on with this. Okay. All right. It's not the. Hey, Marcy. Carlos, that is 100% facts because I literally felt so drained earlier that I just like fell asleep on the couch for like a few seconds because it was, I don't even know. I don't know because I live in apartments and I always say that people's energy around me could also affect me as well. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I know the last time we used these cards, things got wild, but I feel like it's necessary. But it's really just disheartening just because you're starting to view people. There's a lot of clarity on the people that you surround yourself with. And it's really difficult now to hide the fact that they're not vibrating on the same wavelength as you. Like, it's just hard. So let's see what's going on. Wow, I'm not even gonna. So and this is gonna be for anyone. It doesn't matter what sign you are. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So let's see what's going on for everybody right now in this room who watches later. What do they need to know? Already we got 2. So we have accident. So someone could have been involved in an accident. Someone could have also made a mistake. We also have earth sign. So of course, earth energy. I'm pretty sure all of you guys or most of you are Capricorns. But we have an earth sign may be involved. So this is definitely, if you're an earth sign or you even have a lot of earth placements, this is something that's affecting you. There's something that is kind of going to catch you off guard or something that's just going to happen out the blue. This could be anything. And I kind of feel like this is going to cause you guys to kind of think that you did something wrong because it says someone could have made a mistake. This could also be other people too. Who knows? But definitely this is something that's blindsided or something that's going to catch you off guard. But definitely earth sign. Of course, the earth in the world, that's what I'm talking about. Something could possibly catch us off guard pretty soon. That could be possibly even worse than what we've already experienced or heard about. Just to bring in the educational aspect of everything, I did take a crime and media class for my undergraduate degree, and the media has a lot of power. And if you are a weak person, you are going to, let me not say it that way because they know how to play on people's emotions. Let me just say that. They know how to play on people's emotions and they try to lump everything together. They can make the narrative whatever they want it to be. Media outlets, all of that. What else? We have music. So you may be hearing a lot of music at this time that reminds you of something in particular. Pay attention to the songs that you are hearing. You may also be a musician or you could be dealing with a musician. So definitely there's something about music. I don't know why that song, We Are the World, We Are the People, when they had all them celebrities singing on it. I know that's like cheesy, but for some reason that came up. So I don't know if there's going to have like another one of those coming out soon. I don't know for what though. Probably the DWAR. I don't know. But definitely there's something about music. You could just be hearing tunes in your mind. You could start singing, but whatever songs you're singing or what comes to your mind, that's something to explore further because there could be some message or some meaning in that. The darker cards for me are kind of things that you should possibly pay attention to just because that's kind of what I get. It's something that's kind of like a warning or something that you just need to pay attention to, something that um, is meaningful. Let me see now. So we have, I can't pick this up. We have phone contact, important call. You may be getting an important phone call or having an important conversation soon. So this could be you guys having conversations with people to let them know about your boundaries or to inform them about themselves. I'm a strong believer that if someone is not doing something you like, it's okay to express your feelings about it. Because by holding it in, and I tell this to everybody around me, by holding it in, you're basically just creating a ticking time bomb. So if you got something on your chest, let that out. Because if you keep acting like something's not bothering you, it will eventually explode, and it can explode into severe consequences. As you can see, with some of these things that are going on in the world, I'm just going to say that because I don't want to get flagged, because I guess tarot's not really supposed to be about that, but we are people in the world. So just with stuff like that, this is things that happen multiple times. People are either getting bullied, and it's not an excuse, of course, but those people who continue to act like everything's fine, not trying to get help, not talking to anyone, eventually they're going to pop. And that's what I feel. So there could be a conversation you're having with someone. Maybe someone's getting on your nerves. Maybe someone's going to call you about something. But definitely there's, and even a phone call or an important call, it's something that is meaningful. So there's something about being meaningful is what I keep getting. So you have music and important phone call, which are both communication. So something about communication. Also, some of you may need to watch what you say as well. That kind of popped out because you may say something that you may want to take back later or think that was a mistake. We also have time here. So time is of the essence. There's an important time period or particular date that is coming up. So something is happening, or someone is contacting you about something that's going to be time sensitive. Or it could just be something that happens abruptly. Something about losing time. Something fell on the floor. Okay, so computer fell on the floor. This could involve a computer or something online. And we also have lunch. Something may be happening around this time. Something significant can happen during lunch period as well as the afternoon. So this time and lunch kind of go and coincide with each other because, of course, you know, most people's lunches are in the afternoon. So I don't know if there's going to be something happening. I don't know why I'm getting hacking with this. I'm going to leave this off to the side because it fell on the floor. But it said this could involve a computer or something online. Which is kind of funny because that's when my computer went out, is around lunchtime. I'm over here calling IT and everything. They was like, I said, oh, never mind, it's working again. And she said, okay, because she wasn't trying to help anyway. But we have protection. So it's imperative that you protect yourself at this time. Someone said that earlier in the chat. Protect yourself from lovers with low vibrations connected to them. So lovers, of course, these are condoms, but it could also be family, someone that's very close to you. You have to protect yourself from these people. Protect your energy, because these people are in low vibrations. Because of their low vibrations, they want everybody to see things their way, and that's not how that works. So basically this saying protect yourself from these individuals. This could be someone that you talk to consistently or all the time at lunchtime. This could be a work person. Definitely it's just saying protect yourself from these people because clearly they're not bringing that good energy. We also have invitation. I said that in a weird way. You could be receiving an invite to something important in the near future. So this is not all bad. I kind of feel like there's something, an opportunity that you're going to receive, and someone could be trying to prevent you from getting that. For some of you, if you work a 9 to 5 or a regular job, office job or something, and you have a computer, you may be getting a talking to about your computer activities. So if you guys are looking for work, try not to do that while you're on a company computer because you don't want anything coming back to you. I just seen on my job Glassdoor, which is a really good one. Yeah, people are starting to say some mess about my job, and I'm just sitting back. So be cautious what you say at this time because I feel like they're going to be getting a scapegoat, and I can take it for the world too. But just if you're in the work sector, there could be some type of scapegoat, and you have to watch what you say. You don't want to, mess up on something or say something. We have deadline. A deadline is approaching. Also, a deadline could be missed. So this could be the mistake. There could be something that you missed at work or something that is going to be missed. We have two things about time here. So time and deadline. Both of these are about a certain time period. I don't know if this is a time crunch. Someone's running out of time. Something's coming up. Yeah, time period. There's an important time period, a particular date that is coming up. Then you have a deadline is approaching. Also, a deadline could be missed. So I don't know if you guys have a certain amount of time to apply for something or if you're going to lose something. I'm not sure. We also have flat tires. So there could be an unexpected delay coming towards you. So this could be because you missed something and now you're delayed, or there is a delay. And it's a possibility that someone could try to interfere with something to make sure that you don't get it or that you do miss it. I'm going to get 2 more of these and then we're going to move on to, okay. Yeah, so you got a fake person. That's what I get with this card. We have pretending. Someone is pretending to be one way when they are really another way. So this could also be that someone's putting on that happy face like I was talking about earlier, where people are holding things in, but really they're not what they appear to be. So you see this girl looks beaten, broken down, and she's trying to put this mask on that everything is fine. I don't want to release. I know it just came to me. I'm just going to say it this way because I don't want to get flagged. And of course, I do not want this to be anybody's story, but someone here could be writing an unalive letter, if that makes sense to you. I don't want to say the actual word. That's really what I'm getting to. And because someone is pretending like things are okay when they're not. Someone is really struggling emotionally right now. And I feel like they could be journaling too. I'm gonna say that, but the first one was the unalive letter. So unalive letter, someone could also be writing a will, and also someone could be journaling. But someone definitely is giving me like depressed energy. This person is faking how they are. That's why I said earlier, don't let things fester and hold them in. Speak your mind. And that's where I get issues with people, because they're not capable. They're capable, but they don't want to, or they feel uncomfortable speaking their mind. I don't have a problem telling someone I don't like you. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and act like people are, that I'm hunky-dory with you if I don't like you. So I'll either ignore you or I won't help you with anything. But really, I just speak my mind. And a lot of people are envious of that because they wish they could be the same way. And they wonder why their life is in shambles, or they feel this way, and that they pretend because they're not being authentic to themselves. We also have surveillance. Someone could be keeping a very close eye on you. There may be a situation in your life that needs reviewing. So again, I do feel like right now, the thing that needs to be reviewed are the people that you call close friends and family. If they're not doing anything for you and they're creating this unhealthy environment, then that's something that could be communicated. Also, it could be that someone's watching you. I don't know if this is like a love interest or an employer. Um, and I just think that someone could be watching you. They could be trying to like act like you, or they're not as confident as they would like to be. There's something about you that they could like as well. But right now, it's about protecting yourself from these low vibrations, these low vibrational people, no matter who they are. Because there's a lot of people out here that really are all for themselves. They show by their actions who they truly are. People don't have the common decency, the common courtesy, and those are things that I'm starting to see in other people. And when I bring it up to certain people, they're like, "Oh, you're tripping," or "So be it," or blah blah blah. Like, no. I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, Callie. Let's see. I knew this was where this was headed because it was just so chaotic today. And when I got home, I already knew yesterday, oh, I get to do my Wednesday midweek reading. And then here we are. I was going to say Uncle Tom. I don't know why I was going to say it, but I was going to say, is it Uncle Sam? The surveillance, like them watching the U.S., they're tapping into all the feeds, phones, and stuff like that. And we have toxic. Basically just what I was talking about. A situation could be toxic. Also be careful of what you eat and drink at this time. Yeah. The way that this energy is right now, don't eat nobody's food at no potlucks. Don't eat behind people you do not know. I don't care if you guys are coworkers. Coworkers is just that. We work together. Doesn't mean that we homeboys or homegirls. So definitely there's a lot of these gray cards, and I kind of feel like these are more of a cautionary thing. But this is just informing you of toxic people or toxic food, toxic situations. It could also be food as well because, of course, this is another kind of argument that I had with someone. I was trying to explain that there is a scarcity. So this person was like, "Oh no, don't believe that, don't believe that," and I feel like that's denial. The reality is that things are slowly starting not to be what they were. I don't know if you guys go to the grocery store. I'm seeing like chips from brands that I've never heard of before. So now it's like they get their time to shine, which is good because now the big box chain foods are not producing fast enough, or they don't have enough workers. So now you have there was one called Ugly Potato Chips, which I got them. They were delicious, but I've never heard of that brand before. So now we're having to settle for brands that we never heard of, and we don't know how that's going to affect our bodies and all of that. And a long time ago, I said that we're probably going to have to go back to the nomad ways where we're, not building, but what's that called? Gardening and things of that nature. And at my job, they actually have the probationers in a garden. So it was a big thing with this person, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to say the person's name because I have a couple of people that watch, but it was really sad to see because it's like I'm trying to explain something, and this person is trying to convince me like, oh no, there's no scarcity, there's no issues, we're all good, don't believe that, don't believe that. But it's not about not believing, it's what we're seeing. So that's where I'm at. He said curse words. Where'd you cuss? Oh, I didn't even know. I'm just, hey, how y'all doing? Everybody coming in. I'm just over here on one because I'm really like, this reading is whatever's coming out about what's going on in the world and how things are affecting our spiritual people. Bottom of the deck, we do have morning habits. So you may have a morning routine of getting coffee. During your morning coffee run, you may have an encounter with someone. So be careful out there, you guys, because nowadays people will kill you. I probably shouldn't have said that because they're going to say, oh, I said the word KILLU over some Starbucks because you cut the line or you took the last chocolate drizzle. Like, that's how bad people are getting. And I'm correlating this with the Rona shots. That's what I'm doing because a lot of people are extremely aggressive. Like, these people will fight you because you took the last syrup that they usually use. They can't get 2 pumps now. They can only get 1 pump. And then they're waiting for you out at your car or waiting for you to leave or smacks the cup out your hand. Like, people's energy is just way off. And that's why I said that you're going to have to choose sides. That reading that I did 4 months ago, it's about picking sides. So now you're seeing who those evil energies are and who those that are a little bit more on the high vibrational side. And those that are on the high vibrational side, which I'm pretty sure is most of you, you're getting the brunt of it because those low vibrational people are trying to drag you down to their level. We also have water signs, so a water sign may be involved. So you can have water in your chart, or this could just be about the emotions. This is an emotional time for everyone. And like I said, you have to let those emotions out. Just like with this pretending, whoever this person is that's pretending, they're extremely emotional at this time. But they're hiding this to other people to make it seem like they're okay. I don't know if they're ashamed or they don't want to come off weak or something. But you're never weak if you are being honest with yourself. That's not weak. That's actually strong because you're able to see that there's a problem. Wow, be careful, y'all. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. What was the comment that she said? Oh, I didn't even see. But yeah, like once before we would probably joke and laugh about that, And then it's just now you can't even look at people. You can't cut people off. And not saying that you should do that anyways, but even if you are nowhere near a person and you get in front of them, they may be having a bad day and ram the back of your car. Like, you just don't know who's a ticking time bomb. And that's why I said earlier, you cannot hold these things in. We're all going to work like it's a normal day and everything's fine when we have a WAR, yes, I'm spelling because I don't want them tripping, happening in another country. We have things happening here. Inflation is through the roof. So, those 2 years that we were locked down is nothing compared to the aftermath. The aftermath is the part that's hurting people the most. And I don't know, there's a lot of people that are just tripping. So let's see what's going on with the honest messages. Oh yeah, definitely be careful with that. Like, I was looking on Amazon and they actually have BB guns that look like real guns. And with everything happening, it could be a push to, get to that point of martial law, which I've always been saying that, they can't just come out with it. They may do little test runs and stuff like that, but that's on a whole nother level. And, that's something that I stopped looking into as far as conspiracies. Now I go with what I feel. And usually what I feel is correct. So I'm going to trust my intuition. But it's like when you tell people that, they're like, oh no, they're not losing it. That's just what they want you to believe. And like, no, you can feel it. You can feel it. People at work don't care. When you're out driving, people don't care. They will cut you off. I got cut off by a van today for no reason. Like, there was no need for it. It's like people are trying to egg you on so they can have a reason to unleash their anger on you because they're pretending, they're acting like they're okay and they're not. And I feel like I do this every time there's like Mercury retrograde, which it could be, but exactly. That's why now they're not hiding anything that they do. They're just basically telling you straight to your face, like, oh, this is what's happening. And it's just crazy. And I have to get focused because I don't want to get to a point where I don't want to do my schoolwork, because that's pretty much, school just started on Monday and I just don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to read. I don't want to do this book review. None of that. Yeah, I would agree with that, Nay. It's weird. Because I feel like it's getting serious now. And so now it's no longer just, how do I say? I was going to say a fad, because of course, you know, tarot and everything, a lot of people don't necessarily do it for the right reason, I guess. But now it's not a fad, it's reality. Like it's a reality now. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to see things play out, and it's becoming too much. What else do they need to know right now? These cards are mostly made for like work related things, so that's probably what's going to come out. It's kind of like I would say that every reader is different, and if you are more focused on the love aspect of things, I do feel like that will be your area of expertise. That's really not mine, and I'm actually shifting. Like, I tell you guys this all the time, like, I'm not really into all of that. Not saying that we don't want love and, you know, someone that's gentle and caring for us, but we can't force people. Like, you can't force it. So I don't really do that many love readings. If it comes out, it comes out. But I'm more on trying to like heal ourselves so we can be better people. So that's what I mostly focus on. Not saying I don't do love, because I don't want nobody trying to pull up and say, well, you did a love video on 5/20 or whatever dates. But that's just pretty much, because everybody gets tired of hearing about the karmics, and they went back to the karmic, and they gonna come back to you, and they really care about you, but they get stuck and they don't want to leave and all of that, because everybody can choose what they want. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing nuclear, so I hope that that is not the case. Look at that, what came out. Freedom from toxicity. I did not see this. I promise you, I did not see that yet. And I just picked this up because it was staring at me. Like, yeah. So freedom from toxicity. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to remove this from our space. And because of that, we're starting to really see how toxic people actually are. The people around us. And of course, they're going to want to make us think that we're crazy because we don't want to F with you no more. What else? And that's like kind of like my earth card too for grounding. That's what's going to help us stay grounded, is freeing ourselves from toxicity, whether that be work, people, your own self. Something is changing in your life. Pay attention. Of course. I'm getting job with that one. So it could just be how you do your job, how much energy you're putting into a job that no one else cares about. That's something I stopped doing. I'm not doing other people's work. So, and if it gets done, it gets done. That's pretty much where I'm at. Get out in nature. It's time to reflect. So this is about taking some time out. So I don't know if you guys have, your holiday, what is it? I forgot what holiday is coming up. But it's really just a time for you to relax and ground yourself. There's a lot about grounding yourself, because I think you need to ground yourself to protect you, and to also, I was going to say, prepare for anything to happen, because anything unexpected. Heart blockages are in effect. So this is the people around you who don't have love in their heart. These are the people that are they may act like they do, but deep down they don't trust, they don't believe. They try to act like the problem is not there. These are the people that don't have a voice. These are the people that have issues speaking up for themselves. And when I say speaking up for yourselves, I'm not saying go cuss people out, unless that's what you want to do. But it's more so about letting people know, I don't like that. No, don't talk to me like that. It's okay to say that. And if they want to call you the angry, I was going to say angry black woman or angry person, then so be it. What else? I'm going to get to the tarot in a second. I know I said I wasn't going to be on here long. Yeah. I'm going to do tarot and then we'll finish up with that. Or maybe I'll give a message for that. Okay, so we have silence is golden at this time. So by this is kind of like keeping things to yourself, not to be malicious, but just because there's not much you can do. Again, I keep getting the sense that you can't force other people to see things your way. So every time I talk, for example, I'll say, I feel, this is what I believe, because I don't want the person that I'm talking to feel like I'm trying to impose or force my beliefs onto them. So by saying that, you are taking back the energy to let them know, hey, this is my thing. I'm not forcing you. Don't force me on your stuff. Because a lot of people will tell you, oh no, that's not true, or that's not right. But they're not realizing they're imposing their own beliefs onto you. That what I feel has nothing to do with someone else, and vice versa. So silence is golden at this time. I feel like a lot of people are going to test you, and you have to muster up so much of you to not say anything. And again, I feel like this is more so for protection, because like I said, you can sneeze at somebody the wrong way and they'll pop you in your face because they feel you attacked them. I had a probationer that came in at 5. He was arguing over something that wasn't even anything to argue about. And so I told myself in my head while he was just talking, I said, yeah, he got something going on and he's trying to bring that energy to me, and I'm not having it. So I shut it down. We have speak up at work. Don't be a robot. You have a right to say something. So I just said that earlier, not even just in the work aspect, but just in life. It's okay to speak up. That's a motto that I will stand by. I will back this all day, every day. You can speak up all you want, and especially at work. There is no reason why, if people are choosing to leave, that's on them. But there's no reason why upper management and all of them who are getting paid the real big bucks can't pitch in and say and help out or do something, instead of just watching you suffer and then complaining when something doesn't get done the correct way. But it's because you have 10 million things to do, including all these different caseloads and stuff like that. I'm speaking about my own job. But yours could be different. It could be case management. It could be typing, entering coding or something like that. Having to do the work of 3 people with 1 salary when everything around us is going up. Gas, food. I literally noticed the food too is going up. And this is for healthy stuff. And now everybody wants to jump on the healthy train and start eating all the vegetables. The vegetables are even looking raggedy. I went to go get some mushrooms. The mushrooms were already they were just nasty. They would look slimy. They have mold growing on it, which I think it's a fungus, but you know what I'm saying? So don't feel like you have to be quiet or pretend like everything's okay when there's something that's bothering you. It's okay to speak up, because I think that sometimes people want you to be quiet about it because then they don't have to do anything to correct it. This almost feels like a spiritual message again. But you can create your own destiny, one tailored to you. So again, this is about you being in control of your life. So like those people who try to tell you that something's not correct, or oh no, you shouldn't think that way. They can say whatever they want, but you can create whatever you feel is best for you and your time. Move in silence. They don't need to know your moves. So this is right under silence is golden at this time. So like I said, if you guys are planning to do something, or there's something that you like to do, or this is basically saying don't let them know what you got going on. Even people who you consider friends, people who are family. Sometimes you just have to move in silence. Don't tell everybody your plans, what you planning on doing, especially if you're trying to look for another job, because people will try to throw you under the bus and it will ruin your opportunities. But we have two cards about moving in silence. Or about silence, I should say. One's moving in silence, one is silence is golden. So I guess this is a time for most of us to just sit back and watch things unfold. So a lot of you may have already felt this or said something's going to happen. And really it's just about sitting back and watching the people who, you know, spoke against you, or people that were doing dirty in the beginning. Now they're suffering. Like everything is changing. Like we're never going to go back to the old way. Because it already took years, centuries to get to where we're at now. So just imagine like having to correct the past 2 years of everything. You know, people losing jobs, people taking all the money from the unemployment and all of that. Especially people that, you know, didn't really need it. Like that was something. Actions are not matching words. So people are saying things that sound good, but not actually doing them, not following through. That's really heavy on work-related things. You may have an employer or something say, "Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna look into it," and they never plan to look into it. They just told you that for the moment, so you can be appeased, but you still see the same stuff happening. Let me get a few more, because I feel like these are saying a lot here. Okay, so your supervisor / boss doesn't know what they're doing. So supervisor could be the main head person. It could be your immediate supervisor. They don't know what they're doing. And sometimes people fake it until they make it. But in doing so, they're causing more harm than good, instead of just saying, hey, I don't know. That's why this keeps coming up, pretending. These people are pretending like they know what they're doing, and they don't. And me, I'm the first one to tell you if I don't know how to do something. I'll be like, I don't know how to do that. Can you show me? I'm humble in that. I'm not going to sit here and have an ego and mess everything up just because I don't want to admit that I don't know something, because then it'll make me look weak. They are extremely jealous of you. So again, and that's coming out after the supervisor. So you have a supervisor that is jealous of you because you know more about things than them. Some of you may have new supervisors, or people who haven't worked in the area that you've worked in for long enough, and they're trying to tell you what you should do when you know better than them. But I feel like you guys are not being cocky about it. It's just that if you know something and you know how to do it, you're going to do it well. At the bottom, we have the betrayal is so bad, I will never do this again. And we have watch your bank account. So when I see this, and we have the computer over there, I feel like people are getting so desperate right now that they are going to start trying to take people's money out of their banks or hacking things. So it's very important, even though I'm one of those, it's annoying to have to keep changing your password and stuff, but it's to protect your assets, the things that are yours. But I do feel like a lot of people are, you know, needing to watch their money too. And also your employer could be trying to skimp out. I just feel like a lot of people are doing some shady stuff when it comes to money. Your banks could even be trying to use your money, which I believe once your money's in there, they are using it, if I'm not mistaken. But they better replace that. They better replace it. Most banks have insurance on it too, but I'm really not trusting any of these systems because a lot of people are having to wait weeks months to get like things that we could get in like 2 to 4 days. So let's see what else we got. Damn, the cucumbers are nothing. Hey, everybody coming in. I'm about to be off soon, but I'm about to do the tarot cards now. Yeah, they said set up your alerts. That way you know for sure if someone is trying to like hack into your stuff or take anything. Like I checked, I know it's like seems bad, but I check my bank account like all the time, consistently. And luckily I checked my apartment bill because they overcharged me. And I knew someone right because I was like, hold on, that's a little too much. I already know my rent is even more, but this is way more. So I looked through it. I sent it to the lady and she said, oh, yeah, we updated it and fixed it. Had I not talked to them, they would have tried to charge me an additional $100. So they're banking on people not paying attention and looking. And that right there is that stuff that is just like, come on, stop trying to take advantage of people. I don't know, you'll probably hear it in my voice. That is a pet peeve of mine. Do not try to take advantage of people who you don't need to be doing that to. But luckily I caught that. Ooh. I just cut the deck and I just seen that. Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Someone could be trying to send you bad energy too to make you feel like this. And they want you to suffer and they want you to be in a bad space because they are. Yeah. Oh, it's tarot day? Sorry, I'm so aggressive. I'm aggressive with my typing, my shuffling, all of that. That's so crazy. Everybody knows, like, when I'm typing, they can hear that. All right, I see it flying. All right, what else do everybody watching right now need to know? See? People are starting to realize, and this could be you guys too. We have the Two of Swords in reverse, and then we also have the Temperance in reverse. So these are kind of contradictory of each other, because it's kind of like there's a group of people who are unhinged, don't know which way is up, confused, upset, angry, all at once because they don't know what to do. Then you have people who are opening their eyes. This could even be a new group of people opening their eyes to the BS that's going on and saying, I'm not going to act like I don't see it anymore. I'm not going to pretend that I don't see this anymore. It is chaotic. There is chaos going on. Hey, Rose Leo. What else does everybody needs to know right now? Knight of Wands in reverse. And we have the King of Wands. So this is letting me know the games are over now. Like, those moments of just doing what you want to do just because you want to do it, selfishness, that has to go out the window. People have to have a purpose because this is action. The King of Wands is somebody that knows exactly what they want to do. And this is on the side over here where they're pretending. People need to stop being fake. They need to open their eyes and see the reality of things before they lose. I was going to say lose their respect, but that's not the word that I was trying to say. Their freedom. That's what I was trying to say. Because when I think of the Knight of Wands, I think of someone that's careless, that does whatever they want to do, doesn't think it's all about them. But now I feel like these same people are starting to realize a lot of things. And it's kind of throwing them out of whack with this Temperance in reverse, because they're like, damn, I'm not used to this. Like, why am I feeling this way? So certain things or behaviors are no longer fun, and they're not getting any type of benefits from it. Now they're sitting there, I was going to say sitting their ass down. They're sitting down and they're trying to come up with a plan of action. Like, what are they going to do? This could even be the supervisors at your job trying to figure out, okay, what type of actions are we going to take? What do we need to do to make this right? We can't play no more. We got something fell on the floor. We got 10 of Cups in reverse. We have the King of Swords in reverse. See? There's people out here who are upset because their life is in shambles. And this is all because they're not being honest and realistic about what's going on in their life and just in the world. So they're becoming angry. They're not thinking things. They're not thinking straight. So I really feel like this is a group of two people. The one that fell on the floor is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So these people have no clear direction. They don't know what to do. There's a lot of lost people right now. I'm going to put that one over there. And again, this comes back to money as well. People don't have enough money. Their homes are destroyed. Like, nothing's happy in their homes because now you have to pay 2 times as much in gas. So that means that somewhere else in your household, you may not be able to get extra snacks for the kids, especially with summer coming. All the kids are going to be out of school. And a lot of places are trying to recoup. So they may be too expensive to send them to any after school programs because those were expensive. When I was sending my daughter, it was like $400 a week. I mean, a month. I'm sorry. That definitely, she wouldn't be going to, she's going to be staying her butt at home. But yeah, I'm getting the sense that there's 2 groups here. There's a group of people that are waking up to the reality that change has to happen, that they have to do something in their lives to make it a better living experience. And then there's people who are stuck in this stagnancy, who are just chaotic. Like, they're not trying to help themselves. Four of Pentacles. I see this as savings. So for money wise, now's the time to save your money. Because we're just getting a taste. I do feel like, of course, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But this is about saving your money, not overspending, because you will have to dip into your savings. For some of you that you are or will need to dip into your savings. This is also about people holding on to ideologies and their own belief systems because they're not wanting to. It's because of that pride and ego. They don't want to let something go. So even if they're doing something wrong or messing up somewhere, they don't want to admit to it. They're holding on to their side of the story. And we have the Star. So this is about renewal and healing. I really feel like this could be the OG group. Because I feel like it's like you have the OG group that already knows about this. Those that are vulnerable. Those that are willing to showcase their flaws. Then you have the people that are just now waking up from this drama that they were, caught in. They no longer are going to act like things aren't happening. And then you have these chaotic people who express themselves with anger, lashing out instead of thinking rationally. They go straight to just, okay, this is how it's going to be. I don't care. And no matter how many people tell them that's not going to work, they don't care. Because they're not wanting to admit that you're correct. Because then that makes them look good, look bad, and makes you look good. What I miss? What else? The Four of Pentacles. I actually like that card though. I really feel like people are going to just have to reevaluate a lot of things. Four of Swords in reverse. So again, people are chaotic. It's like these people don't have plans. My throat is getting dry. I've been talking too much. I know. I'm about to... Six of Cups in reverse. So, of course, the Six of Cups for me is always like past energy. But in the reverse, I kind of feel like someone could be trying to avoid or not think about the past or wishing that the past never happened. And I feel like that's the state that a lot of people are in right now, wishing that, the Rona never happened. Because in the time being, we took it as, okay, it's a time to reevaluate everything. That's when people started quitting their jobs because they're like, okay, you know what? I realized after staying at home for this amount of time, I don't want to work here anymore. And some people didn't take that time seriously. They were just sitting at home collecting, thinking it was a vacation, extended vacation, and then here we are a few years later, and it's probably the worst we've probably seen it, especially like economically, which my class is kind of centered on that. We also have the Page of Wands in reverse. So this is about people having a lack of a clear direction on what they want to do. Because pages are usually like, okay, inquisitive, but no action behind it. This is absolutely no action for me, from my standpoint. Let me get a few more. And look, here goes the money. Look, Page of Pentacles in reverse. People are getting desperate. Be cautious. Never show your money in public. Don't go to the bank at night. Try to go during business hours, even though that doesn't help because people will still do things in that time. I just see someone extremely desperate for money. Someone is in between jobs because this came out sideways. And they're not completely stable, but they're also not stable. So it's kind of like they're in between. Someone could be contemplating something about a financial situation as well. So I'm going to keep that there. Let's see what that's about. Could be a masculine. Of course, I got robbery. I'm just going to say it. That's what I got when I seen that. And we have the Fool. So someone could have made an investment and they're not sure which way it's going to go. So it could have been an investment, and I'm getting crypto because that's the new thing right now. But also someone could be going in a direction thinking, okay, well, I can get away with this, or I'm just going to go for it. But they need to be careful because I don't think it's going to plan out the way that they thought it was. Eight of Cups in reverse. Someone has their heart set on something, to do something. Something dealing with money, and I'm getting masculine energy. So I don't know if there's somebody around you guys, but someone here has some type of plan because they're lacking right now. So they're trying to concoct a plan. This just turned into a whole new thing. It's like someone's not going to give up on something that they have their heart set on. So this is like a vindictive energy is what I'm getting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person's unhappy. They lack. They lack a lot. They don't like where they're at. They could be in a home. They don't like the home they're in. They could be in a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. They don't like none of it. There's something that's missing in this person's life, and it's like they're going to go after it. Someone could just have a vendetta against you, and they want you to suffer like they're suffering. So this person's energy is still lurking, and I feel like it's a negative energy. Someone feels heartbroken or feels bad about something, or feels that you did something to them. So they're still trying to concoct a plan because they're unhappy. Someone feels like they did something for you and you owe them, or they're blaming you for their hardships, and that's come out before as well. And we have the Lovers here. So this could definitely be Gemini energy or somebody that you were involved with romantically. I'm getting like a long-term partner. You could have distanced yourself from this person. I really feel like this person is holding a grudge against you. So you could be picking up on that energy as well of kind of like doomsday type, because someone else's energy is hoping and wishing that you suffer. And that goes back to the envy and jealousy energy as well. This could be an air sign as well. So it's like someone wants you to suffer, or they blame you for their money problems. All right, I'm gonna give the affirmation. This one says love and relationships, but it could still apply to other things. I know I be doing long lives. I know most people, it says most people only watch like 16 minutes, but it's whatever. I actually like some long ones, especially from readers I like to watch. Wow, Mariah. I didn't know that. You know what? Actually, that does make sense because the director of my agency is stepping down too. Like, well, not stepping down, he's retiring. Um, so yeah, I look at that as a sign. Like, if he's jumping ship and he's the director of a company, just imagine, why are you jumping ship? Yes, this is for everybody, all signs, not individually, but just as a collective. All right, I'm gonna pull one. If I feel like I need to pull another one, I will. So, in closing of this live for the midweek check-in, what do all of the viewers need to know now or later when they watch this? What is the final affirmation for them? Okay. We have surrender, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what? Before I read this, that also reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember this far back, but before the Rona stuff started, Target started doing the drive up, and a lot of the other restaurants and stuff around started doing pickup. And that happened, I would say, probably, I noticed it in 2018, 2019. More so in the 2018. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. I said, but I asked myself, why would we need that though? And then 2 years later, when everything hits, it's like, oh, we already had this in place. So I look at stuff like that too, and I'm like, people can say, oh, it's just a coincidence, but I don't know. I don't think that's a coincidence because these are big corporations. And with these big corporations, they're privy to information that the rest of us don't have. And it's economics. You know, everything with money. My mom finds it hard to believe that the industry is wicked. Like, you know, these people are literally signing their lives away for a contract and money that they're probably never going to see. And when they start waking up to things and saying, oh, you know, I don't want to do this, or boycotting, sometimes they end up dead. And I told my mom, when you're messing with someone's money, anything is possible. They will hurt you. And she's like, no, I don't believe, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's a possibility. It's a possibility that stuff really does happen. I do truly believe that. But I'm going to get off of that because I don't want nobody saying nothing or anything like that. So, back to this. Absolutely. I've never been the type that was run by money. Of course, now I'm in a space where I'm not having to make $20 last for like 2 weeks. But I've never been the type to just frivolously spend. If I spend my money, I'm usually buying something that's on sale. So I'm not that type of person that just goes out and just spends my money. It's stuff that I'm going to use for long-term purposes. But I wouldn't consider myself someone that just spends my money like that. So the affirmation that came out, because y'all know I'll talk y'all to death. And I wasn't even supposed to be on here that long. That's why y'all should never listen to me. Well, when I say stuff like I'm going to get off early. See how I'm just digging myself deeper into a hole? All right, so we have surrender. It says, hear ye, you are hereby being called to unclench your grip on any old thought patterns that are getting in your way. Surrender any ideas that make you feel like a victim of circumstance or which make your dream relationship seem like an impossibility. The mayor of reinvention has just arrived and has made the following decree. Limiting beliefs about yourself and your life are heretofore, forthwith, officially, and indubitably declared for the birds. So this is basically saying just surrender to what it is. There's not much that we can do to change time, to change circumstances or situations, but the best thing we can do is a mental aspect of it. So mentally getting into a good space of saying this is just for the birds. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to surrender to that. It's not like you're giving up, but it's just that you're not putting too much energy into things that you already know are failing. So that's like conversations with people, cutting that short if it's turning into a arguing match of who's right and who's wrong. At work, if they're trying to have you do operations manager type work, but your duties are support staff. Like, this is basically saying I'm only going to do what is going to be in my best interest. I'm going to surrender. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I'm just going to let things happen naturally. And I feel like that's really a good message for us to end this with, because we all don't really have control over what happens moving forward other than our personal life. So I feel like now's the time to live your life as much as you can, try to stay positive as much as you can, protect your energy. For those of you that are empaths, avoid media at all costs, because I was on YouTube scrolling for something else, and I seen some of the kids from the shooting out here in Texas, and I just started crying, because that's just heartbreaking for me to imagine, sending your kids to school, like most of us as parents, sending your kids to school thinking, okay, well, they're going to be in class, they're going to learn, and then not coming home. So there is a lot at play here, a lot bigger things. So just try not to let it get to you guys. And I will catch you later. I might come on this weekend, I might not, because I have a lot of reading to do and I'm not good at that. So I appreciate you guys for chilling with me for an hour and 8 minutes, I believe. And I appreciate you guys for like commenting on my rants that I be having sometimes. I'm really trying not to like run to social media about things that I'm experiencing, and just like not holding it in, but journaling, because I feel like that's best. I used to journal when I was a kid. That was my chair. I know I keep talking about this dang chair. I'm gonna get another one, I promise, one day. But I do appreciate y'all. I know, Rain. I just be talking. I keep saying I'm gonna get off, and then I like find another conversation to talk about. But I really wish that when I moved to Texas from California, that I never threw my, because at that time I didn't know any better, but I threw my journal away because I was afraid someone was gonna read it. My mom, I was afraid she was gonna read it, but I really wish I didn't, because I wanted to look back at the younger version of me and see how much I've grown. But I can't take back the past, so it is what it is on that. But in closing, you guys try not to be, fearful. Just, try to live your life and do the best that you can. Don't fall victim or trapped to the rest of the world's ignorancy on what's going on, because if you know what's going on, then that's even better for us to prepare for certain things. But I do appreciate you guys, and I will catch you later. I'm going to go back and read the comments and stuff, probably while I'm laying in bed. But y'all have a good night. Have a good rest of your work week. And I will catch you guys later.